Oh, this is for you. Do you think the massive tech layoffs announced this week, oh yeah, bloodbath in Silicon Valley, are an economic bellwether for other industries? What's going on there?
I fear that it is of concern. I mean, what you've had is advertising slow down, because advertising isn't always the first thing people need. And so you've had layoffs at Facebook, you've had layoffs at Twitter, you've had hiring freezes at some of the other companies. But consumer spending is still good.
And since this is your area, what do you make of the Musk takeover of Twitter? Is that something that alarms you? Do you welcome it? Do you hate it?
You know what I said? I said to him, I said, why in the world would you want to be running the day-to-day of Twitter? Like, do you really want to make a decision on whether Bill Maher or kind of speech should stay or not? I couldn't think of a worst possible job. Just appoint some board independently to make that decision.
Well, I think he's gonna. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah, well,
you know, look, I think he had a terrible week, and I'm a big fan of his. But retweeting the gay Pelosi story was stupid, and then advising people to vote Republican because we need divided government at a time when the Republicans were standing for ending democracy was stupid. But he's a genius. Sometimes geniuses are stupid. And I'm still on his team. I think it's great. I think it would be so good for the Democrats to unshackle themselves from woke Twitter. This election just proved they do best when they have, the moderate guy who's not beholden to woke Twitter. Twitter does not vote.
Sure, Twitter doesn't vote, but I also don't think we need to be afraid of expressing our opinions.
No, we should. Exactly. That's what he's standing up for. We shouldn't be afraid. I am afraid. I got off Twitter because everything I wanted to say on Twitter, I couldn't say on Twitter.
Why?
Because it would just be it's such a minefield to get canceled. You know that 99%, I'm sure you know this, 99% of the people who worked at Twitter, half of them don't now, vote Democratic. Now, even if you're a Democrat, you shouldn't like that. That's not healthy for any company or any country.
Well, I'm not for censoring people on Twitter. I think that if you're going to incite, which you I don't think ever did, if people are inciting violence,
that's different. Of course.
So clean that up.
Yes.
But allow a free exchange of ideas. I have no problem with it. I have no problem whoever Elon Musk wants to support politically. I mean, it saddens me that he's not supporting Reason and the Democrats, but that's his First Amendment right. My problem is that you don't want him making decisions over the media forum. He should have an independence.
I just like to tweet pictures of my dog on Twitter. Everything's like that.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder, with all of this, especially in Silicon Valley, when do Democrats say that what happens at Twitter, what happens on Facebook, is like a utility, needs to be regulated like a utility? Is that going to be part of the discussion in the coming years in any way? Because it is confusing, even as a reporter, to track who's in control, who should be in control, where does the First Amendment end, if it ever ends. What is the story? Because a lot of people are arguing on Capitol Hill, it should be like a telephone company.
But it's a terrible analogy because the telephone, this is a free speech issue. The utility is like gas and power and stuff like that.
But they're not television's regulated in a different way in social media.
Is that a utility television?
No.
We're talking about FCC stuff.
The weird thing about the Twitter thing is, Elon Musk's been a brilliant business person, right? And I just don't understand paying $44 billion. I think that a lot of that value is just going to evaporate. I don't see how he turns this into a winner.
Well, they said that about the electric car and reusable rockets. So I mean, the guy is not exactly he's not exactly without a track record, and he has plans to make Twitter into something much bigger than it is. Not just a place where you can say whatever pictures of your dog. He wants to have it like where you do your banking, and like some of these other social apps.
If he gets rid of the bots, that'll help.
And he's doing that, yes. Okay, Robert, Democratic strategist James Park